What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. So we impromptu dropped a banger of an episode. We did a training update. We talked about our timelines for the year. We talked about some of the benefits to the strategies that we're using at the moment. Probably some things that we would change. We talked about mindset. We talked about decision making. We talked about like what it takes to actually get, to that next level of results. Like, how to deal with the voices, how to deal with the emotion, the benefits of having the right people in the right places to bring that, just next level physique that you guys most likely want and are pursuing right now. Before we dive into the episode, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button, show the support, share the podcast out to other people like yourself. For those of you that want to transform your physique in the next 16 weeks, drop centimeters around your waist, drop 2 to 3 kilos, maybe add 2 to 3 kilos of muscle, build a strong and lean physique, jump on the website, submit an application for strong and lean in 16, jump on a call with me, and we'll map out the whole process for you. All right, let's get to the episode. How's this for an interesting way to start the podcast? I saw this and I wrote it down in my phone. It doesn't make sense to want something if you're not going to do what it takes to get it. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from that desire. To crave the result, but not the process, is to guarantee disappointment.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously blatantly obvious, but...
Yeah. I've heard it described as like, do you want it or would it be nice?
Yeah. I think what the flow on from this is like, those people that kind of live a lifestyle of disappointment and despair.
Yeah.
Because like they want something, but they're not prepared to do it. So they're just constantly upset, annoyed and pissed off and sad and shit.
Yeah.
So this person's like, if you're not willing to do the thing, release yourself of that desire.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Find something else that you're actually willing to fucking do and go all in on that.
Yeah.
And actually get what you want. Because it doesn't make any sense to want to pursue something and not actually... No, yeah. It doesn't make any sense to want something but not do what needs to happen for it to happen.
Agreed. Come up even more, bro. Yeah, actually, I saw a clip from...
I feel like this is like right in my mouth.
Yeah, that's where it was the last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just looks real in my mouth right now.
No, you're good.
Which I don't like.
Wowzers.
Yeah, which is that's not a thing for me.
I know my shoes are nice, but... I saw Jordan say something during the week that like people that reach success, we tend not to hate people that reach success by accident.
Yeah.
It's easier if you can write them off.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily say someone is in the fitness industry and you're just like, they're just there because they're hot. You don't hate them. You're just like, fuck off. Like, whatever. You don't waste any time on them.
Right.
But if someone who has all the same struggles as you do and found a way through it and wins, and you're not winning, you fucking hate them.
It's fucking dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. Athletes and stuff that have made it from a circumstance that
was similar to yours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy because I would think I like those stories.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather that than like the ones where you're destined to be great.
Yeah,
it's fucking silver spoon dog.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, but I think the example they use is like people that win the lottery. They won't hate someone that won the lottery, but a businessman that came from nothing, they're like, oh, you must have stepped on people to get there. You must have done this. You must be a piece of shit.
I must be an exception.
I'm
similar. Because both those stories are kind of like, that's fucking...
I think when you're actively...
Yeah, pursuing it yourself.
You want evidence that it's possible. So you're like, okay, I like that.
Yeah, if you're not actively pursuing it and you see it happen, you're just like, yeah, you'd be a little bit bitter, I guess.
Yeah, because you could if you...
Well, what do they say? Like, when you're on the way up, like, people root for you because you remind them of their ambitions, but once you get there, you remind them of their failures, right?
Yeah.
So they're just like, yeah, go get him, king. And then once you're there, they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But also very, very, very common. Yeah.
It's interesting though.
It is. Yeah.
Is that from your Instagram?
I don't know where it is. It's from my notes. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
always like.
Working really hard to re-curate my Instagram at the moment.
Oh really?
Just sick of bullshit. I just want it to be. Want to leave Instagram feeling better than when I started.
Yeah, I get it. I've got an activity we can do actually. I wanted to do this ages ago. Not yet. Keep talking.
I have a fun fact that I haven't told you about.
Yeah, go for it.
So we should have a segment of the podcast of like psychologist updates from Ben. What did you learn this week? This last the journal entry one just came out last week for Learn. Everyone's frothing it. Loves the Are You Enough questions.
It was good. I liked it.
So at last 10 minutes of my session, so we covered another topic first, and then I was like, so pretty confident that I have a lot of neurodivergent tendencies. I'm not interested in like pursuing a diagnosis, medication, any of that, because I like the upside.
Yeah, who was I talking to someone else about this? I'm like, but what? Yeah, I actually was. I was at dinner with a friend the other night. It's like if you go, like if you dive into it, then it's like suppressing it comes at a cost. Or sorry, not managing it. I should say managing it comes at a cost because it's like, well, what if there's all these like creative upsides or I don't know, functional upsides we'll call them that maybe don't happen anymore to level the playing field or level the person out. We'll call it.
Yeah.
That's a conversation I've had with a few other people as well.
Tam, that coffee is phenomenal. I don't know what's different about it this week, but could just be that I had chili and mints, but it's
very high
delicious.
standard. Very high standard.
Yeah, so I think I got myself into two things happened. One, from mid-December to the end of January until probably last week. Even before the photo shoot, like probably November. I was sending you guys like, this is every half an hour of my day. When I like sent the list of like, this is what I have to get done.
Yeah.
Because every half an hour of my day was spoken for, I did nothing creative for 3 months. So the upside of whatever it is that's my neurodivergent tendency is that creativity, creative problem solving specifically.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the opportunity to do it, but I had the dysregulation of energy and mood. I had lack of focus. I had lack of motivation. I had extreme boredom on repetitive tasks and frustration and all that kind of stuff. I didn't get to do the fun part. It was really starting to, and then it ended up in my algorithm. So every fourth reel was like, this is the symptom of ADHD. And I was just like, and they're never going to make a reel about, here's all the good things. It's always like, this is fucking shit. People don't understand it.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Now we've spoken about it. You're gone.
Thanks, man.
Meta's listening. So yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And when you said like, I can't remember the word you used, like dealing with it. What'd you say? Because it's important.
Regulating it? Managing it?
Managing it. I think knowing to then be able to manage it but not manage it in a way that creates downside will be valuable.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing that my psych brought up was just like an example of a therapist that had been talking. She was ADHD and like how to kind of manage it. So you have a tendency to, and I was listening to it and I was like, I said, there's 5 of us or 6 of us in the team, like 5 of us probably neurodivergent.
I feel like isn't fucking everyone?
You know what I mean? Well, in our circle, definitely. Fitness industry is just like a magnet for it. That you tend to work beyond your capacity for a period of time and you become so cooked that you have to take a break. So your demands are so far over your capacity. You feel so overwhelmed and fucked. And then you basically just repeat that cycle. So the goal is to like let yourself go to work at your max capacity, but make sure you put in deliberate downtime. So then you can work. And that, well, the last 12 weeks it has been, right?
That's not how I want to live my life.
Yeah.
I want to fly this plane till it dives.
And then need 3 days to recover. That's me in a nutshell. I'm a fucking send it
Just
for
with no KFC.
a week and then be fucked.
Yeah, now it's not even fun when you have the 3 days off.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're still going to work.
And you don't want to eat your feelings.
Yeah. I was telling Jacob that during the week. He was like, oh, just like flat, blah, blah, blah. I used to have these sloth days that I just like couldn't get out of bed for a day. I'd cancel all of my clients, not eat all day, maybe have like a protein shake or something. And then come 5:30, be like, message Amy, get the bucket. Like, just fucking bring all of the dirty bird home and let's go. Yeah, but it was interesting. It was an interesting conversation. Next month, we're going to do like just an assessment to see. Just a screening, just to be like, it's likely.
Sure.
But I'm not going to pursue it in terms of like, give me the drugs. Yeah. It's also a really interesting. I haven't done a lot of stimulant-based party drugs.
Yeah.
But I don't enjoy it because I feel sober.
Usually what happens.
Like, I'm just like, it's like, like, oh, I'm starting to like let loose, like, let's dance. And then I'm just like,
yeah,
I feel like I haven't had a drink now.
MDMA it is then.
Yeah. So that was really interesting. I saw a comic the other week that was like, so I just found out I had ADHD. I should have known because when I first did cocaine with all my friends when I was
just
16,
felt normal or some shit. Yeah.
my friends were like, let's burn down the school. And I was like, I can fucking read.
Yeah.
It's just, it's an interesting little cue there.
Yep.
So I'll keep you up to date because I know you sort of were like looking at it.
I'm out.
Over the hill.
Yeah. I'm out. Don't think it.
Work with what you got regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm all right. I don't know.
I think so. You seem to be doing okay.
Yeah. Just like being able to concentrate on a task for a long period of time is tough, but like I just feel like that's an environment thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I think even if you are, say you are neurodivergent and you have trouble concentrating on a task for a long period of time, that is an environment thing. If you change the environment, it solves the problem. That's like, it's okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, it's hard to concentrate on the tasks I'm at home.
Yeah.
And like the dog comes in, I'm like,
let's do shit.
And then the phone's there, and so I'm just quick to change things. So I'm like, I can solve that.
Yeah, my psych was like, telling you to meditate is the stupidest thing I could ever say.
Oh, bro. I know, like thinking about not thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, when you read a book and then you think about shit and then you're like, oh, I got to go back and read it. Like, that's fucking my life.
Yeah. So she said swimming because it's like consistent, slow. You can't be near devices and that kind of shit. And she said like, or something that gives you back. So I always clean the house. When I'm overstimulated or under pressure, I clean the house.
Really?
Yeah. It's really weird.
Jesus.
And she was like mow the lawns or do something like that.
Fuck, you want to come mow my lawns, bro?
No. I don't mow mine either. But I clean the house.
I also pay someone to do that. It's very cathartic though when you watch them do it, and then when they leave, and it's just, I'm like, oh, this is the best fucking.
Yeah.
This is worth every cent.
Yeah. I'll pay you again next fortnight.
Fucking oath, man.
Yeah.
It's the best. Get that message. We'll be here Thursday. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Should we do a bar?
Yeah, let's do it. What we got today?
Is there anyone left?
All right.
It's the last week of the FODBODs, ironically, because I think Vanessa's coming next week now.
Oh, cool. So, episode brought to you by FODBODs.
Feel full, not bloated. That's not bad.
Love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double choc.
Ooh, double choc.
Gluten-free, plant-based, gut-friendly, 15 grams of protein, 100% natural.
All right, I'm going to let you go first. So.
Oh, okay.
No?
All right. Yeah. All right. I can do it.
How dare my wife ring me? Doesn't she know that I'm on...
Being famous right now.
Yeah. Steph just thinks I do nothing. Like, even yesterday, she's like, hey, can you, go to Kmart for me? I'm like, no, I'm working. It's like, I'm on Zoom for, 3 hours straight today. Like, I can't go to Kmart for you.
There was a gooey bit. I liked it.
Yeah.
There's some nutty bits that are crunchy. I like it.
Yeah.
Chocolate isn't like fake, gross chocolate. I like that. 230 calories. I like that.
Yeah. This one's good.
Yeah.
Double chocolate's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat that later.
Me too. I'm going to have it before we train. Put my cereal for my carbs.
Are we still training back?
Yeah. Got stuff.
Yeah. All right. Easy.
Yeah. Adrian wants to train legs tomorrow. So.
Are we training tomorrow?
We can. Probably just go to mix.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to train tomorrow. My ribs a bit. Yeah, can't train. I don't know if I can train legs because I can't.
Yeah,
race.
It won't be lovely on the pendulum. Everything else should be fine.
Probably shouldn't even train today, to be honest.
Yeah, we're going to train back. Bent over rows.
Yeah.
Make them great again.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing that. I don't know. I'll just go to the gym and I'll see if
what
I'm
happens.
okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do the warm-up. See where we land.
Yeah. Train 3 times this week. Should be enough.
How was
for
it?
my muscles. How's training?
Happy with the bulk progress?
Yeah. Training's going really good, actually.
I feel like we talked about it every week in our cut, and now we don't.
Yeah. We talk about it as much as you see our progress photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going all right. I'm really happy with like the level of conditioning that I'm at for the body weight that I'm at. Like even like I don't know if I get those like 12-month like this is where you were 12 months ago. Yeah. Kind of stories and shit, and I just look at my physique.
I wasn't posting a year ago, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, because I documented. Yeah, so I just look at my physique then and now, and I'm like, oh, mate,
I had a 4-week-old.
I'm gonna eat this bloke.
Yeah.
You know, just look at, and I'm like sitting there like, you fucking said such a mid physique. How dare you? How dare you post yourself like you did then?
How dare you be?
Yeah. Like, even like, I'm like, what are you wearing to the gym, bro? Like, yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So it's good to be like, I like the, this is where you were 12 months ago, and then you're like, all right, I'm setting myself up for a good year, So yeah, it's good. So I'm trying to get to end of the month / 94, 95. Like that's the benchmark. Because I don't need to grow for long periods of time, and I don't want to like push the body weight till like I get just like excessively out of shape. Like it's not something that's motivating for me. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm kind of around 92.5, 93 ish, depending on the day, and which is good because it means I'm on course. Like even if I just look at like the timeline from like the start of Jan to now, like that still lines up. It's like I'm like 2 kilos up about 6 weeks in. 1 to 2% body weight, like which is kind of cool. It's just managing the appetite is fucking been so challenging. Okay. Yeah, man. Like
you're saying you just weren't hungry.
I'm just not hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not. I'm like, fuck, man. I just eat a couple of meals and then I'm just like, oh, I don't want to eat again. So I've been getting real creative with my foods to get the food in.
Steps and everything normal.
Yeah, walk everyone. Yeah, I just don't want to eat. Yeah, like I just eat, and then I'm like, it's not that I don't want to eat. It's like I eat, and then I'm not hungry for like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I should have eaten by now. Yeah, yeah. So I've like gone to having a smoothie in the morning.
Do you have set times you eat?
Oh, roughly, not like 11:31. Got to eat type deal. So yeah, I've gone smoothie in the morning, which is easy. It's like calories is real, use the high protein almond milk and a scoop of whey, banana, oats, honey, peanut butter. Nice. Yeah, so that's kind of 600 calories or some shit. Yep. So yeah, I drink that, and then I've gone to like mince, beef mince, with a bit of rice and some pineapple, just like some veggies and shit, and then I have another chicken and pineapple meal.
Do you have frozen pineapple?
Nah, fresh.
Fresh?
Pay the $7 for the fucking pineapple.
God damn.
Yeah.
So it's not even tinned. It's fresh.
It's fresh, baby.
Look out.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I'll have like dinner, and then I'll have like my creamy or something after that. Yep. So yeah, it's just been hard getting the food in.
It's a creamy recipe. It's a go-to at the moment.
Yeah, same one, to be honest. I just put peanut butter in it instead. Like when I whip it, just to kind of thicken it up.
What's the same?
Unsweetened almond milk, 1 scoop or 2 scoops of whey, a little bit of cacao, if it's chocolate flavored. Then I use the aeroplane jelly pudding mix.
Yep.
Either vanilla or chocolate, depending on the flavor. And then just give it a little freezeroo and off we go. And then when I mix it, I'll put in a scoop of peanut butter to mix in again. And like if you use the reduced fat peanut butter, it's like real solid because they've had to use something to like emulsify it, right? So like I get it, it's fucking heavily processed, whatever.
Leave me alone.
However, when you mix it with the creamy, you can stick a fucking spoon in this thing and tip it upside down, and it's fucking rock solid.
Yeah.
So it goes hard. Hard.
The light one, the recipe I'm using with the light whip at the moment, it's a little too melty.
Yeah, I don't use the light whip.
But the ice cream one is a little too... It goes into like, the...
Like clumps?
Yeah, like the hydrogen ice cream balls you used to be able to get. It kind of goes like that.
Yeah, I think you got to mix it twice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. If you're getting those clumps, you got to mix it twice.
Okay. Give it another...
Yeah, but you just got to...
spin.
Yeah, you just got to... Listen to the thing fucking nearly take off.
Plane.
Fuck, bro. It's like fucking...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But, so diet's gone... that's the diet thing. And, training's going great. I've clocked it with the training split. I fucking clocked it. Like, it's just the best.
Yep.
Yeah, I could literally go to the gym. Like, I could train like this forever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully my arms are getting bigger. Someone commented the other day, so my arms are getting bigger. So gas me up, guys.
I did. I see your triceps were bigger.
So 2 people then. So just don't listen to
Just
you.
fuck that cunt. Alright, it's fine.
But
last time I replied to your fucking story.
Yeah, so triceps getting bigger. My lats are getting bigger, obviously. Like, but fucking rear doubles like morphed. Like, it's like what the fuck, man. Yeah. I mean, that was like obviously with a little bit of a pump, but it's still like significantly bigger. It's only been like 6 weeks. So I'm just like, that's what you get when you're fucking consistent, man. Let's go.
Sharp.
Yeah. So I'm pumped this year. I feel like I'm gonna bring something good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going good.
Exciting.
Yeah. How'd you go on your low week?
Cycle diet. So this is the end of the second week. So I went from mid 95s to I actually touched 99 for a day, but I think it was just like bloated and
89.
Sorry, yeah, 89.
It's like Jesus.
Sorry, yeah, mid 85s.
Like powerlifting Ben is back.
Touched 89 for a day, but
also
just like
he's bigger than me. That can't happen.
Yeah, no, stop it. Now I am pushing body weight. But yeah, I think it was just like bathroom salt. Like it wasn't a real 89.
Yeah,
it was sort of high 88s for that whole kind of period. Dropped. I got into the 7s real quick, and it slowed right down. But I've continued to lose this week. So I'm on like 3-1, just under 3-1, I think, this week. So it's like 2-7, 3-1, 3-1.5, whatever, on the way through. It must be like 3,050 or something. But yeah, continued to trend down, and waist has come. I actually lost my waist, kind of held on my low week.
Yeah, and
it's actually dropped this week and got back to like pretty close to photo shoot numbers.
Yeah, right.
So I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, I don't look as lean, but the waist measurement is like obviously that's my metric.
I wonder if like it's like an expansion of your stomach, and and it shrinks when there's no food going in.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Yeah, I think it was like, to be honest, my food selection and my adherence over the first cycle was not great. I actually really struggled like not eating like an arsehole for the whole post-shoot thing.
Where you struggled with not?
Yeah.
So you were?
Yeah, like I was battling it a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which has never happened before.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since you got in real good shape, and I mean that respectfully.
But even like normally stress...
Super lean, I should say.
Normally stress would be like, I don't eat. We were just laughing about the KFC thing.
Yeah, it's a different type of...
But it's... No, so when I've gotten stressed in the last month, I'm like, where's the fucking biscuits? It's been really interesting.
Yeah, right. I thought you meant like post-show you just wanted to... post-photo shoot you just wanted to eat.
So there was... Yes, but had kept...
A lid on it?
Going. Like I just that kind of like...
Oh, yeah,
I could eat the whole fucking cupboard right now without any problem.
Yeah.
which is interesting. But this last 2 weeks on top of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I reckon you got to. I reckon that sounds like
that body fat set point-ish.
That sounds like you only probably just recovered from your diet 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like appetite regulation.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, because now I can like...
Well, it makes sense. It's not that far. Like, you dieted for fucking 20 weeks. It's like, you know, you're not expecting... It's been, what, 2 months?
Yeah. 8 on the way out.
Yeah, so it makes sense, you know? Not saying it's 20 weeks to 20 weeks, but, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be some
Could
time.
take... Well, it'd be 6 weeks because it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it could be that.
Yeah. So I think I want to do the shoot in November this time because I want not Christmas.
Oh, really?
On the rebound, I want to not have...
As in, are you going to do another personal one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to do November. So then if I do, say, like mid-November after my birthday...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've got 6 weeks to Christmas instead of... I did the 18th. So it's like 5 days after the shoot. Here's as much food as you could eat. Have you fucking go for your life. But it's not just that. It's like there's fucking 3 boxes of favourites in the house. There's chocolate in the house. There's a week off. There's the fucking cafes, the trips, all that shit on top of it. It's not just that day. So I'd like to have the recovery before that holiday period.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's a lesson from this time around. But yeah, super happy. Like, I think... Like, I'm definitely putting on size.
Yeah.
Like, my legs are fucking, from the pictures, wild.
Good.
Which is to be expected. Like, I haven't really trained them for 2 years. Even longer, to be honest. Because I was running and shit, too. Before that.
True. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So, like, they're half the size they were when I was
you've done some
powerlifting.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I am, just the same.
Just yeah. So, yeah, I'm confident. I think... Probably like to see 90 mid-year.
Yeah.
And not be fat.
Yeah, that's the plan, eh?
Like, if I could get to 90, cutting from 90 to 95, to 85, I think will put me in a really good position.
I'm going to do I'm contemplating doing an experiment, just like how much body fat I can drop in like a short period of time.
For Thailand?
Well, it's like Thailand's just like the good excuse because I've got a deadline because I don't think I'll do it if I don't have... If I don't have something, because it's gonna suck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking hate it. Like it's like I'm gonna love it, but I'm gonna hate it at the same time.
Yes.
So to do that, you have to have an end destination.
What date do we leave?
So we leave on the
20.
I think we leave on the 26th. It's the Tuesday. So we leave on the Tuesday, which is the 25th.
So we got 5 weeks left.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need 1, 2. So I'm gonna need from the 3rd. From the 3rd.
Or 5 weeks and 5 days.
Yeah, so if I start on the 3rd of March.
Yep.
And then I finish on the 23rd. So it's 20 days. I reckon I could drop 5 kilos.
Drop 5 kilos.
In 20 days.
Yeah, I can do that.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So I'm looking at my dates, right?
Rapid fat loss. I'm going to do the rapid fat loss protocol.
Yeah.
And that'll give me 4 refeeds. So I have 4 refeeds in like 4 days in 20.
Yep.
So I'll diet for 5, feed up, diet for 5, feed up, and then just diet till the end.
So I'll be the top of my high week.
Cool.
So I'm like, so should I just be...
Just stick to your own.
I'll just be as big as possible, and you can be as lean as possible.
Well, I won't be that like super lean, but I'll just.
And then if you lose 5 kilos, and I'm my biggest,
we'll be the same. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. You just fucking look better than me, you dog.
Well, yeah. Well, mate, while you were fucking running and powerlifting and doing all this other shit, I haven't stopped. You know. Since when we're back in good life trying to get huge, I've still kept trying.
Yeah, I get it. You probably earned that 5 kilos, bro.
But yeah, I reckon I can do it. It's going to be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon. Faster cardio. I go faster cardio, fat loss starts into 20 minutes of... I'll walk Mav, then I'll do 20 minutes of actual cardio. Because that'll be like good timing for like the supplements to kick in and then just be in a good state for that.
Yeah.
And then, high protein diet, 50 grams of carbs a day.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to just get fucking massive.
And then, I'll just caffeine myself to life.
Yeah.
And
we're going to
then,
pod over there? I think we're going to have to.
Podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the...
I think we're going to have to.
I don't think we're going to have time, but sure. Yeah. We can.
Have a whiskey and a reflect.
You don't drink, mate.
No, I'll have an apple juice.
Yeah. But that's all, and I'll refeed every Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Maybe have a sandwich in between. Just keep going.
Just a bit of a sandwich. Just
Yeah.
a bit of a sandwich.
Bro, hey.
Just a bit of a sandwich.
I've been slapping the sandwiches lately.
Yeah. My treat of the week still is the almond croissant.
Yep.
About it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Actually, let's do that now. Actually, let's keep talking about training. We'll do that later.
Yeah. So, cycle diet, I would say at this stage was a great success. Very happy with the progress I've made in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Now 6. We'll continue to do it. I think we'll see how this cycle goes because it'll be more adherent.
Yeah.
Food choices will be better. Because it wasn't that much out of calories, but it just wasn't good. Sleep was also pretty shit. High stress, etc., which has kind of calmed down a little bit now. And there'll be some other factors that'll probably put me in a better position over the next 4 weeks, or the next 2, to kind of solve the next 2 weeks of this cycle, and then into the 2 weeks of the cut as well. So I actually think I'm going to have to push all my baselines up.
Yeah.
So given that Thailand is 5 weeks, 5 days, so...
The goal is to be the biggest.
So if I'm going to be bigger than Tim, which is now the goal. Yeah. I have to be as big as you, bigger than Tim. He's 100 cakes, bro. He's a big boy. But I don't know how tall he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in real life.
Yeah, but aesthetics, bro. Don't have to just be the biggest.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm going for now. I have to. Leanest has already been taken, so I have to go.
I'm not going to be the leanest. I'm just going to be the most aesthetic.
No, you'll be the leanest for sure. I've been on those calls, bro. There's a couple of fit boys that'll be in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's it's all about the package.
Not without the muscle.
It's all about the package, mate.
Yeah.
The bodybuilding coach over here, the leanness and the muscle size.
Yeah.
Put it together. I also this has nothing to do with Thailand. We're going into season A. Yeah. And I'm going to be at the bodybuilding shows. No one wants to be the fat, out of shape bodybuilding coach.
But you just wear the NFL jersey.
I'm not that big.
Not big enough to.
I'm not that big. I'm not that big. I just need to be he looks like he trains. Yeah. So there's also that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's totally unrelated to Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a push now. Fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm going to get big.
Do you reckon...
so it's just so I can chafe the whole time we're in Thailand. Sounds amazing.
Fuck. I wonder, as I was saying to you before, I wonder if doing 2 weeks, extending the cycle to 6, so you do 2 weeks in a deficit and 4 weeks in a surplus. Yeah. I wonder if both of those are more impactful on either side.
You get more time.
Say, let's go 3-4 week cycles, which is 12 weeks, and 2 6-week cycles, right?
Yeah, which one's more effective?
Yeah, because I still reckon there's some benefit to just being the time spent in the zone, doing the thing. Yeah. So it's what if what if you deplete the glycogen and you have less food volume and stuff in that first week of the cut, right? And then the second week you're, just in a position where you are converting body fat as a fuel source and tightening up even more. And then on the other side of that, in an environment where you just have adequate resources to create muscle tissue.
So would you go 5 weeks then? 2 at low, 2 at high? And 1 at maintenance in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you'd go...
I do...
So it's low, maintenance, moderate, high. So you could go low, maintenance, moderate, high.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder. I just wonder if You know, especially if the focus is still like building,
Yeah.
because you want to spend more time building than obviously not.
Yeah, which is the idea of the moderate and high, right?
Correct.
2 weeks in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're spending 4 weeks building, 2 weeks not.
Yeah.
Over the 6. So it's still heavily anchored
I'll see how I go
to the target.
I'll see how I go on this one. So when I started to say before, when we were like, no, we'll talk about this on the podcast, because our guest couldn't make it because his car wouldn't start, and we're just winging this fucking episode. I was fucking like mad. So I hit high 88s, touched 89 for a day, and I hit my waist measurement cap.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like I'm going to have to actually like go diet. Like I'm going to have to do 2 weeks in this deficit at least.
Yeah.
Just to pull everything back. And I was really annoyed. And I was just like, you have absolutely no data, no information, no reference to photos, no nothing that said 81 centimeters. You just arbitrarily decided it.
Yeah.
And now you're mad. I'm like, are you okay, bro? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm just going to pull my fucking head in and just relax. And if we need to go over 81, we need to go over 81. And then I dropped to 79 this morning. So I'm like, okay, we're fine. That's actually probably a good tolerance. Yeah. But if I push the high another week,
it starts to blow out a bit.
Well, maybe not if my food choices are better. Because I think a lot of it was just bloat and fluid.
Yeah, I reckon if I can get my food choices or just get this appetite thing under control, I reckon my waist will come in.
Yeah, and I think the smoothie option, I'm having way more trouble with the higher week than the dieting week.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's hard.
The low week's easy, bro.
Everyone thinks it's easy to eat heaps of food. It's fucking hard, man.
And it's literally the same diet that I was following with more food. So it's like I'm not hungry, and the routine is the same as what it was.
Are you still eating the same amount of protein?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that
Still
might be
really
the
high.
issue for me as well.
Still too high?
Yeah, I think just digesting-wise, with the extra
too
food,
much challenge.
It's just too much. So I'm thinking about bringing it down just a little bit.
Like that's 3 though, right?
It'll still be on the higher end. Yeah, it's like 270 to 300 grams a day.
I ate 3 yesterday because I had a protein bar because I was hungry.
Yeah. I still reckon that's part of the reason why I'm like putting on weight and still relatively lean though. It's like the protein's high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just seen it, like just experienced it anecdotally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's too high. So if digestion's still if appetite's not there, it could be a digestive thing. So it's like, all right, bring the protein down.
So you either need to introduce a digestive support.
Yeah, which I don't want to do. I don't want to take another thing to offset something that I could, you know, kind of play around with and just change myself. So yeah, I'm actually eating a lot of yogurt as well. A lot of yogurt, a lot of fruit, a lot of tinned fruit because it's soft.
Yeah, so I get the
literally eating like a baby. It's like smoothies and yogurt and fruit, shit like that. A lot of soft stuff.
I get the frozen fruit.
Yeah.
And then the banana just...
I get the canned one. It reminded me of when I was younger and we were poor.
Yeah.
I said to Steph, I'm like, this tastes like my childhood.
It tastes like porners.
Yeah. You know the one, and you drink the syrup?
It tastes like porn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. What was it, like grapes, mango, pineapple, and something else? Like in a tin?
Like a fruit salad, yeah.
And we used to like drink the...
cut your mouth open on the can and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been having... so Inner Health have a digestive defense.
Yep.
And I was having just gas issues during the cut.
Right.
And I was like, fuck it. I was buying like my normal subs.
Yeah.
And I saw it. I was like, I'm just going to throw that in and see what happens.
Yeah.
It made a fucking instant difference.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, okay, I'll just keep taking that.
Yeah. The pineapple's a strategic decision.
Yeah.
Because it's got like the betaine and the pepsin in it, so it breaks the proteins down.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a strategic decision to help
digestion.
Yeah, digestion. Yeah. But yeah, I think I might need to just bring the protein down overall. Either that or just like bring the servings of the food down.
More
so trying
frequent.
to get and then just getting a little more strategic, like more denser options as well. So I think I'm going to have to move away from rice and then implement some pasta.
Yep.
Because it's just like less volume of food overall.
Yeah.
And just think of no potatoes anymore. Yeah, leaning on things like honey. Like I'm fucking smashing. Like I eat a tub of peanut butter a week. Probably half a tube of honey,
Yep.
And I eat fucking heaps of fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like the main ways I'm getting my carbs in at the moment.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to just go down that route, I think.
Cereal and golden syrup is also good.
Yeah, I don't want to go down the cereal route because I'm worried that like there's just too many like fortified nutrients in them, and then that creates problems as well. It's like
Say more words.
just too much iron because they're like fortified, right? So there's like too much iron, too much B vitamins, too much whatever. So I'm just like trying not to use that as an option just yet. And
You
if
have
I
to use a simple one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I ate rice bubbles today.
Yeah. I mean, I've been having Wheat Bix, but it's not.
Yeah. Just fucking heaps of fiber.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you can go down that route. It's just
Just see my kid with Wheat Bix, man.
loves them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Kid, the other night, so this kid, man, eats the best life.
Of course it does.
Homemade chicken nuggets. Like pasta with the meat inside it. Ravioli.
Ravioli.
With barbecue sauce. No, I'm kidding. Ravioli.
Fucking meal.
He'd then get like some of our dinner, so you get like vegetables, rice, chicken, dumplings. Sometimes there's like, depends if he ate his lunch or not. There'll be like, Amy found, the company that does the peanut butter?
Mavers.
They do a high protein, lol, chocolate, hazelnut,
Yeah, I've seen it.
peanut butter thing. He froths it.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't really like it.
My kid likes it.
But Yeah.
I'm just like, I want it to be Nutella or peanut butter.
yeah,
and
that's
it's
what I
neither.
mean. It's just a mid version of both.
So we might have a piece of that,
Yeah.
and then like strawberries or something as well.
Yeah.
And just like some nights, it's like, I fucking hate all of this. I hate you, and I hate all of this.
Yeah.
And it's
What a life.
It's yogurt, the coconut yogurt, or the kids' Wheat Bix.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll eat this. I'm in about it.
Yeah. What a life. To just be,
It's the best.
yeah, so indecisive.
Imagine just like you're sitting there and you're like, don't really have the digestion for this today. And someone was like, do you want this? You're like, taste it? You're like, nah. Do
Yeah.
you want this? Nah. Do you want this? Nah.
Kind of sounds like me.
But you just get to sit there, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
you
they
can
just
even
get
pick it
hand-
up,
Nah, that doesn't-
eyeball the person that made it for you,
This
and
is
throw it on the ground.
This is shit. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what a
mad.
way. What a time to be alive. Are you
But training is also good.
Are you doing any cardio at the moment?
No.
None.
I was gonna, and then I didn't, and I just never chased it.
Yeah. Are you walking or anything?
10,000 steps.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. But I was doing cardio and abs once a week.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
I'm
sorry. I
not.
should have said activity.
Yeah. Yeah, so I go for a walk with LJ twice a day.
Yeah. If you do like 10,000 steps, like that's fucking pretty active, man.
Yeah. I'm just not.
Just not respirating.
I know I'm not moving enough in the gaps.
Yeah.
Because the issue is I go to the gym, I walk, and then I train and I walk around while I train. And I do my 5-minute foam rollery warm-up.
Yeah.
And then I go home, I get the pram, and I go for a walk. And then by 9 o'clock, I sit down.
And then you don't move.
And then, so literally, between 9 o'clock when I start work and 5:30 when I put LJ in the pram, my average is like 1,200 steps.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the same. My day is heavily front loaded with activity, and then I don't move for the rest of the day.
And I usually have like 3,000 left
Yeah.
at night. So that'll be like walking around the house, playing with him, taking him for a walk, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to facilitate a pliable human.
Yeah. I'm not like blowing heavily like after my sets. So I'm like not.
Yeah.
My conditioning's not bad.
Yeah.
And I because the weight gain, the one thing I've noticed is like because I have just slightly increased the weight, over a longer period of time, like that hasn't affected my cardio conditioning.
Yeah.
Where if you add the weight fast, fuck, does it catch up on you?
I got the breathing mile high week, like halfway through the high week. I was standing up doing maybe a presentation even, and I noticed I was like, maybe it was check-ins. I was breathing real heavy. I was like, oh, I felt this for a while.
Yeah, it's probably a small indication.
Yeah.
Conditioning needs to come in.
Because I pulled the weight back, it's fine now.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Which another benefit of the cycle diet is you don't get those side effects.
Yeah.
Because the weight pulls off.
Yeah.
And you go again.
Yeah.
Because even like the tight lower back and the My feet blow up.
Yeah, I don't have any of that shit either. So I think it's good. I think if you just...
Do you get the feet normally if you put weight on quick?
I'll get it all. Feet, lower back pumps.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
feet, there's nothing worse than a foot pump.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my feet are like fucked up from when I put on all that weight. Like they're just flatter overall. Like when I got to like 107, I feel like my feet have never recovered. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I have to do maybe I'd have to do
strength
exercise.
training.
You know, you gotta
grip the carpet and shit.
Grip the plastic bag.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that shit. I don't know. My feet are okay now, but they're just flatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Now I'm like a duck.
Heavy. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, training split's good. I'm excited to have more sleep, less stress. I think that will be more favourable to the 5-day a week I've got at the moment.
What would you say is the most impactful things that you're doing now that it's keeping you in like better condition than at this body weight than when you were previously?
Taking my shirt off more often.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not expect you to say that.
Yeah, forcing myself to pose at least once, if not twice a week. More often, time dependent, but I will always do my pictures and post them. And that is like keeping me on the straight and narrow a lot.
Yeah, man. Well, we talked about tracking data and shit the other podcast.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm like pretty big on people taking photos in their build regularly. Because, just like you just can't play around.
Yeah. Even like, I try not to do this. I try not to just be a dad when I'm on the podcast. But like taking my shirt off, I take my top off when LJ gets in the bath because he fucking splashes everywhere. Yeah. There's a mirror over the bath and there's the vanity next to me. And I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of angles of me. Yeah. And it's after dinner, after a full day. Yeah. At 7 o'clock. And I'm like, when that heavy day, like when I got up to that like 81 centimeter, 81.
Get your shit together, bro.
I was like, fuck, bro. Like, you didn't. It's hard, like, because the first time I've ever been that lean. Now I'm not. I'm real sensitive to like, don't get fat, don't go back to what you were. Yeah. So I think that's definitely a big part of it. In terms of like my physique progression, those Saturday sessions. Right. I'm fucking sending it, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get to the gym anxious.
So you say training intensity and taking your progress photos are the most important things. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they're like the layer above like the lower hanging fruit, right? So this is like if the lower hanging fruit is autonomous and it's like you don't have to think about it anymore. It's like the next things are like how am I being consciously aware of like my physique? Yeah. And what can I bring to the gym?
Yeah, and I'm lean enough. You know, like there's a certain level of body fat that if you eat like a dick, you look better.
It catches up on you.
Do like once.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man, I had pizza last night. Fuck.
Remember, I was like, it works till it doesn't.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh fuck.
So I think at this level of body fat, I'm in a zone where you can see it. Yeah. So it's like, you didn't just have the croissant yesterday, bro. Yeah, milkshake too. I can see it. Right. Like that's where I'm at. So it's like, don't do that again. Yeah. And I think that's what pulled away that ability to put away a fucking bag of chips. Right. Like that's, well, it could just be like the hormonal thing or the recovery or whatever it was. Could just be that. But at the same time, I think it's also like, I can see that in the mirror.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I've never been concerned about putting on body fat in 12 years of training, 15 years of training.
Until now?
Mm-hmm. It's the first time I've ever cared about it, which is really weird.
Yeah, right.
It's a really new phenomenon for me. Because I'm just like, I don't care, I just need to get big. It's always just bigger. I've never cared about being fatter. Yeah. And then I went from 100 to 90, and I was pretty happy with 90 because I didn't look like the piece of shit I looked like at 100. So that was fine. But then being in good shape And I was like, well, I'd like to be bigger.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't wake up every day being like, you're not big enough. So this is the first time that I'm like, body fat is the thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't have that same.
Because even when I was cutting, I was like, one of the biggest things that ever stopped me from doing what I did was didn't want to feel small.
Yeah, I have a lot of my boys, the friction they have coming out of a build is like the feeling of being small.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to feel small. I don't want my clothes to get smaller. I don't want to feel lighter. Like, I just want to. And now if I feel big and powerful, like, that's the main objective is to, lean the fuck into that.
Yeah. So now I've been lean enough. Now I've tested it. And I still got, fuck, bro, you look big.
Yeah, well, that's...
And I've seen the videos, like even the videos of us training, like the last one that went out with Jess, I was like, do I look that big?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I'm like, fuck, okay, that's weird. So I'm like, okay, the size isn't a problem now. But all of a sudden it's now like, well, but if you get too fat.
Yeah, I understand.
You won't look impressive.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's funny because it's funny you say that because it's really common. Like I said, I've got a couple of boys who they were really resistant to dropping the body weight, but now that I've gotten them into a good level of condition and they can see the muscle size, even though they're like 7 to 10 kilos lighter, they're like, this is fucking mad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, wait until you get even bigger. You know? So you kind of like, you're just trying to like show them the other side until they get like the upside.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you put on all this weight. Imagine what it looks like when you shred it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you're shredded. Imagine what it looks like when you're even bigger.
Yeah.
Like you kind of got to play the game a little bit as a coach. And I feel like sometimes when you like kind of self-coach you, like you're self-coaching at the moment, you don't have that.
Yeah.
And that's a benefit of having someone objective to just pull you in line and get you to look a little bit further down the line.
Yeah.
I think because I've like spent so much time in this space, like I just, it's almost like a job and a necessity. I'm just like, I'll look in the mirror. I'm like, all right, like 3 abs are now turning into like 2. And it's like, all right, when there's like nearly barely 2 visible, that's it.
Yeah. Even
put the weight on, and I'm just like, I'm like, cool. It's just time to eat less food. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have no care about that shit.
2 notes on that. One of them is, anytime there's been a discussion around like bodybuilding being bad for you, you're always my reference point. That I'm like, Jason does this with no emotional. Like I've never seen you get sad.
Nah.
Because of a result, or because of a reflection, or because of like, sure, like you weren't with the photo shoot and stuff. Like you're like, oh, I'm not gonna compete, so like fuck it.
Yeah.
Like it's not good enough. That was just a doubt of like, you haven't done the thing.
Yeah, it
wasn't like you looked in the mirror and you're like, you're still fat.
No, it was just like, I failed at the main outcome, so it's just like, let's just put it in the bin and work towards something else.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, but it still wasn't, I'm not lean enough, or I'm not, like it wasn't like a mental gymnastics thing. It wasn't disordered for you. And I'm just like, Jason plays this like sport.
Yeah.
Like this is his sport, and it's the same as like, yeah, you get upset when you lose a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you move on.
100%.
But it doesn't make you doubt your self-worth as a human being, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, I like, don't get me wrong, like I get disappointed sometimes, and I'm like, fuck man, like, you know, you've been doing this for a long time. Like there's been time, that moment, like you just get little glimpses. You're just like, oh, but it's more like, I'll be in a situation where I'm like, you just need to do this now.
Yeah.
Or you just need to do that now. Like it never affects my ability to go to the gym or to make a decision that's beneficial for me or not beneficial. Like I've always just looked at it, gone, this is where I'm at right now. This is what needs to be done. It's no different to what we said at the start. It's like, if I'm not willing to do the things that are needed to get what I want, I have no right to desire those things.
Yeah.
So, and I've always just taken that mantra the whole time. It's like, I want to put on weight. I've got to train hard. I've got to eat heaps of protein. I've got to eat calories. I've got to do it regardless of whether I'm hungry or not. I've got to find a fucking way.
Yeah.
And then it's like, cool, get to a point where you're not happy with the level of leanness, but you're happy with your level of size.
Yeah.
Goes the other way now.
Yeah.
No.
So the other interesting thing that I noticed, I was tanning every week. because we were posing on a Friday. And I was like, I want to see. And I also feel fucking unreal in the gym.
Yeah.
So I want to see.
Yeah.
Because I train legs on a Saturday, I would have like tanned for the podcast and then trained Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like I train legs, don't care. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like there's no pump, there's no whatever. Also like taking glycerol and stuff like pre-workout and like maximizing how I looked in the gym all the time and my posing all the time. So I haven't tanned since Christmas.
Yeah.
I tanned for the YouTube video that we did with Jess.
Okay.
So once. Put the tan on last night and I was like, oh, never mind. Like all of the noise was just like, oh, you're fine, dude. Like you look fucking shredded. Relax.
Yeah.
Just, it's weird. The like you said, having that external voice.
Yeah.
To be like, no. Like,
you,
and even like that conversation about Thailand, I already, just in that 2 minutes, the mindset I could feel change. It was like, okay, you're going to accept body fat.
Yeah.
But you're going to be big.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And it makes more sense at the end of the year for you.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
And like I've already worked in every single decision to make the end of the year fit for me.
Yeah.
But my path's different. I don't have a heap of progress that needs to make. I'm only filling small gaps in my physique. I'm only prepared to do small periods of specificity from both ends at the moment.
Yeah.
Where you're like, if I spend as much time in this build, it makes more sense for my goals. I'm going to make the most progress.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you guys need to sit with and commit to. Because the people that don't make the progress that they want, dip their toes in, shiny red ball, dip their toes in here, shiny red ball.
Worse emotion, right?
And they just dilly-dally around.
Yeah.
Never get into a position where they're driving excessive amounts of fat loss, excessive amounts of muscle size, excessive amounts of strength, whatever it is. And then 6 to 8 months goes by and the person looks and feels the fucking same.
Yeah.
Which is disappointed and not happy with how they look.
Yeah. And I also, comparatively to the two of us, and this is interesting for you that's listening, between the two of us here, what we find easy is really different.
Yeah.
You bring the calories in, you bring the intensities to your training, you're going to grow quick.
Yeah.
I cut the calories, fat loss.
Yeah.
Like I was in, I don't want to disrespect it. It was hard for 3 weeks for my cut.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was hard for you for 10.
Yeah, I made it pretty tough. But
that's what I mean. Like I just didn't, to get to the conditioning I got to, I didn't have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like, I could cycle diet and I dieted for 20 weeks, but I cycle dieted all the way through and it was pretty like...
No, I know what you mean.
Turn the fucking burners on for 2-3 weeks. So I know I can peel the body fat off.
Yeah.
When I want to, and now I know what the outcome is, I'm willing to
100%
do it even more. So if I do get a little over fat, it's
can
probably
get after
okay.
it.
So even that is worth a consideration. Like, what's your strength? Because most people have
they either put
one or the
weight
other.
on, or they're just those superhumans.
Yeah. So it's like if you're
Do both.
naturally leaner, being comfortable with being a little bit, gaining a little bit more body fat to accumulate the muscle you need.
Yeah.
Because you know it'll come off reasonably easy.
Yeah.
Versus if you know you gain body fat really easy, you need to slower. Maybe you are spending more frequent like diet breaks or like mini cuts or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's when you look at like a photo shoot prep or a contest prep or whatever, like where we are driving, like it's like they're like the most extreme versions of what we're talking about in terms of body transformation. Those plans are different for everyone.
Yeah,
because we have to work with like the characteristics of the person themselves and lean into the best strategy to keep them performing well and obviously dropping body fat and maintaining muscle size.
You had Sandra's check-in yesterday, so she's 3 weeks into a build.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks post mini cut into the build.
Yep.
Perfect adherence, nothing moved.
When are you guys starting the prep? Like June?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think it's a review in April.
Yeah.
I've got her set for 16 weeks.
It's like September 13, so...
I've got her
June,
set for
July,
16
August,
weeks.
September.
Cut.
Yeah.
But if she stays, so we did the mini cut with the intent that hopefully we could take that 2 weeks and put it on the end.
Yeah, I understand.
She had went to Thailand Christmas.
Yeah.
Just wanted to kind of dial in a little bit. And then I was like, you got 12 weeks to build. Turns into 14 if we're lean enough.
Yeah.
So perfect adherence, but nothing moved. And I was like, you saw her plan for the photo shoot. Like, we didn't fucking, we didn't do a lot. It was just like 1 calorie goal for most of the time. Drove her hard for 3 weeks. Yeah. No extra cardio. Steps were kind of mild, like nothing crazy. I'm like, you can get lean reasonably easy. So this week, nothing moved, and I was kind of up and down. I'm like, do I give you an extra week just to see? I'm like, nah, let's have more food. Yeah. Like, we know it'll come off. Yeah. So I can make that choice, whereas someone that's like, I find challenging to get leaner, then we have to, let's just wait.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so much value to having some objective, non-emotional decisions and advice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got a lot of people where that's what gets in their way is them.
Yeah.
Like they will never hang enough to drop the body fat, because they'll feel small. Yeah. And then it's like that emotion overrides that action, and they'll just go back to eating more food. And then even then, it's like they'll never eat enough food for long enough to push them in a situation where they'll grow enough for it to be significant on the other side as well. Yeah. So
you got to book the thing, hey.
You have to have there's got to be somewhere. You either have to have a really rational head on your shoulders, like myself, who's like probably an exception to the norm, but it's like highly educated, highly experienced. It's like, and loves
one of the most logical brains.
Yeah, and loves the pursuit. Like I don't have anything else to do. Like this is just fun and really enjoyable. Yeah. But it's like most people are not that, right? So it's like the outcome is what's going to make them think, feel, and be better. Mm-hmm. As soon as they get a little bit uncomfortable, they'll just go back to default setting. Yeah. When realistically in coaching, it's like, especially we're trying to get those exceptional results, like the last 5 kilos that you have to look ridiculously good with no clothes on. Yeah. That takes getting into here and pushing them further. Yeah. If you don't have a voice in your head that's or that person to lean on to say like, we need a little bit more. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing.
How much of that across your board? Because I know for me, it's 100%. That's in myself, not my clients. What percentage of your client base is that what looks like lack of commitment actually just an emotional thing? So like for example, like you use, what were we, 4 weeks out? We did the posing at Platinum. And I was like, what do you think? Yeah. And you're like, if you want to look phenomenal with your shirt off, fucking let's go. Turn the dials up. Yeah. If you want to look big, we can rest. Yeah. And I was like,
what did you just fucking say to me?
It was more my default, my like body dysmorphia is I'll feel small. I'll look small. I don't want to be small. So like I was hesitant to go again because I didn't want to just be skinny. Yeah. So had it just been up to me, I probably would have been like, no, like the last 10 days, we come back to maintenance, a couple high days, be really full and big and come in that way. Whether I'd have looked back at the photos disappointed, I don't know. But I don't look at the ones with my singlet on. Yeah. There's one photo with my shirt on that I like. Yeah. And I'm just like being a dick in the mirror looking at my veins. Yeah. It's like the posing ones, I'm like, I don't like look at this with my shirt off. So it's like that needed that
push.
Yeah. So yeah, question, what percentage of your clients are not willing to do the work because it's hard? Because it had nothing to do with effort for me. Yeah. Versus there's a emotional barrier in I can't, like girls can't stay in the surplus for too long because they'll look fat. Yeah. Guys, I don't want to look small, so I don't want to diet. Yeah. It happens the other way around too, but
yeah. I can't give you a percentage, but I've never had anyone who I've said like you need to do more, and then they've tried to do more and haven't been able to do it. Like I've been able to say like, we need this, and we need to push. I would say that a lot of the people I've worked with who've gotten into really good shape, like if I wasn't there, they would have probably stopped about 6 weeks before that, just because their perception of what they're capable of was that set point.
Yep.
When for me, I know they're capable of coming over here. So I think that's where like, that's the pushback I have with not hiring someone who's super skilled at what you want. That's the only pushback I have.
Yep.
So when I see some people like I'll have to, like, it's like, I'll have to use the, like, hiring a person to do contest prep who hasn't done it. That is, you can't see the leanness if you haven't been there, if you haven't coached, you haven't done it. And that's the difference. That's the separator. You can be a phenomenal planner, phenomenal everything.
Yeah. But
there's a lot of people that'll be like, you're ready, who don't know that this world exists here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the slippery slope. And even like, if you
see it in strength too.
Yeah, that's what, like 100%. You'd be like, this person's like, yeah, this person's ready. And it's like looking at the bar speed and looking at like their feedback and looking at everything. You're just like, if that's the most that they've ever lifted, an inexperienced coach might go sick. Where an experienced coach is like, it's like fucking 5 more kilos there. Well, there's 10 more kilos there, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's
and when,
so much.
And when you're really skilled, it's 2.5.
Well, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the separator between like someone who's exceptionally good at their job.
Yeah.
I can look at a scenario and be like, there's more here. And, you know, and articulate that I need more from this person and what's expected of them to give it to me and the benefit on the other side of that. So I've never had anyone not rise to that occasion when we're in it, but I've had a few people at the start just be like, nah, this isn't what I want to do.
Yep.
But it's like dipped toes in and went, nah. So I know that was a long-windish way of...
when they do it early, do you think that's a psychological thing, or do you think they realize what it takes, or is it we've spoken about like the social impact?
I think it's like the willingness to do what's necessary.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll like the idea. Like there's a lot of people who start prep and fail because they didn't understand what it takes.
Yeah.
Like that's why, like, when I'll sit down with someone, I'm like, I'm not going to tell you how coaching works until you understand all of the things that are involved in competing.
Yes.
So it's not even just like from a lifestyle. I'm like, this is all the things you need to buy. These are all the things you need to learn. These are all of the things you need to practice. And this is what your week's going to look like in terms of training, etc. Like, so then I'm like, if that all is still ticking the box for you, now I'm going to tell you about how your plan's going to work.
Yep.
And how the coaching and stuff works.
Yeah.
Because so many people are just like, oh, it'd be really nice to look that way.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, cool. Are you willing to dedicate 4 to 5 hours a day to looking that way for the next, however many months?
Yeah. I had a conversation with my client during the week who come off the challenge.
Yeah.
Fucking dominated it. Like 7 centimeters, 8 kilos, ridiculous. First time she's ever tracked and was just like, this is wild. Obviously, the first time they'd ever eaten, I put them on like 3 grams per kilo.
Yeah.
Proteins. It's just like, fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
Made a comment about like bodybuilding, like doing a show or something like that. Like off the cuff, wasn't like, I'm really thinking about it, just kind of said it. And I was like, you couldn't pay me enough.
Yeah.
She's like, really? I'm like, getting in the shape I got for my photo shoot was so hard to do that plus 6 weeks, probably, at least.
Yeah.
Then at the end of that, stand next to other people and have someone go, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit. No. Do not have it. I don't have it. I'm happy to sit here and be like, I don't have it. Will that change in the future? I doubt it.
I can bet my fucking house on it that won't.
I'm never going to say never, but I'm much more likely to end up back on a powerlifting platform than I am a bodybuilding stage.
Yeah.
So, like, I think like the powerlifting thing when you tell the barber that like, yeah, my client like female squats 120, 130. Like, oh yeah. It's like, no. That's a lot. Like, you don't understand. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've done a squat before. So it's like, it's the same. It's
Yeah,
like,
so
I've lost weight before.
Yeah.
I've done a diet before.
Yeah.
I've done a 12-week cut. I've done a whatever. It's not that.
No.
It's so hard to differentiate
Yeah.
the two because they look the same.
Yeah. And some people will try and positively come to the realization that it's going to take a lot longer than they initially thought.
Yeah.
And that's not abnormal.
No.
Because it takes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It even takes a lot to get to the, like, if someone thinks, everyone's got that idea of what their ideal body looks like, right? That I'm going to be very surprised that if there's more than 10% of those people that will happen in 3 months.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot.
It's way harder than you think it is, and it takes twice as long as you think it's going to.
Yeah.
If you start there,
yeah.
there's
Ways to there's 100% ways to expedite progress.
Yeah.
But it's just, it takes way more. And like what people are capable of, like, again, it's based on their expectations. It's based on what they know. No, sorry, it's based on their experience. It's based on what they know. It's based on their expectations to a degree. But a lot of people are going to get to a point and go, I look the best I've ever looked, so that's it for me. I'm somebody who can look at that person and go, we can do more.
Yeah.
And make them do more. And then at the end, they're like, I can't believe that was me, this and that. That's the skill, man. Yeah, that's the part that separates. That's the part that separates the good and the great, because at the end of the day, we're all working with the same parameters, right?
Yeah.
Timelines, calories, macros, whatever. But it's like, why does one coach have so many of these transformations? It's not because they know something different. They have a system, it's implemented, but they also have like an understanding of like what people are capable of, and they can actually push that person to meet those expectations that person probably didn't realize that they could meet.
Yeah.
That's what separates.
So there's a quote from Last Chance U. Do you watch that?
Yeah, they do the
With the rugby or basketball.
Yeah, I was going to say NFL.
NFL.
Yeah.
And he says, too many coaches spend time on game plans. Give me a kid that'll run through a brick wall because I tell him to. I'll win you a championship.
100%.
Give me a team full of kids that'll do that.
Yep.
I don't care about your plays. Does not matter. I will win the championship.
Yep.
I feel like amateur level outcomes, first 3 powerlifting comps, first couple bodybuilding shows, that means more than the method.
Yep.
If you have both, amazing. Maximize all outcomes.
Yep.
But if you had to go head to head, do you want maximize your potential because you're willing to do versus the perfect plan? Willing to do will win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once you get to that higher level, so say like Matt. Shout out to Matt who got the shout out on the Big Dogs podcast.
He's killing it, bro.
Someone like that needs both.
Yeah.
He's going to be exceptional everywhere.
Yeah.
But the first one, you have to show that. It's more about showing that person where they can get to.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we laugh now even like at his first prep. We don't even call it that anymore. We're like, bro, that was like, the
mini cut you did.
He still got a medal. He still got a medal for his first show, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But we laugh at it. We're like, bro, you look better at 16 weeks out this prep than you did a week out.
Yeah.
You know. So, but we both accepted that was like a learning experience. Like I couldn't push that kid any harder.
Yeah.
Because what he knew at the time, that was the hardest that he could, and I couldn't get any more out of him.
Yeah.
Like I still pushed him as harder than he's ever been.
Yeah.
But now, like we're both so locked in, and it's just, and it's not about, like I've got the plan, but it's all about getting in and working with him, and the results speak for themselves.
Yeah.
dude looks fucking incredible. Looks like a fucking superhero.
I can't wait.
So that's proof alone.
Yeah.
But it's like he couldn't have got there on his own.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not a chance. The voices, the doubt, the people, like even now, he's just like, I'm fucking over people trying to micromanage me. And I'm like, just nod and smile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then you and I have the conversation. We tell them to fuck off, like just together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I said, and then like even in the past, I'd be like, just listen to me.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, we just got to stick together.
Yeah.
So that's that maturity now. I'm like, we've got to stick together.
Yeah, which is confidence in your own ability
it's
too.
It's not like you just listen to your coach thing, which I've evolved from as well. And like all those things just fucking add up, man. And then, just keep the belief. Yeah. Because if once they lose that, it's over. Yeah. So I'm just like reinforcing that the whole time. But like respectfully, like I'm just making it up. I'm like, yeah. If he doesn't fucking show up, I'll tell him. Yeah. You know,
but we unpack all that a lot, but I think your, say like the Odyssey boys, first photo shoots that they did. Yeah. That's just belief you can be here. Yep. Matt's belief you can be the best, still really important, but you also need the toolkit to make him that. Yeah. More than what you do with the first photo shoot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the stakes are the stakes are different. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, man. But I'm fucking here for it. All right, that turned out all right. Yeah. It was good. It was really good. So thank you guys if you're still here. If you got through the first half an hour, it was a very impromptu podcast. We knew 5 minutes before that this wasn't actually happening. So here we are. But thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, share, and follow. Thanks for all the new subs on YouTube as well. Yeah. It's really, really cool. So comment about my shoes.
Heaps of more content. We're kind of leaning into the YouTube now. So you guys want it. We're giving it. So expect some more out there. If you're on Spotify, hit the follow button. Strong and Lean in 16. Get your applications. Go on the website. Submit. Speak to me. We'll see if we're a right fit. We'll get you leaner, stronger in 16 weeks.
Premium coaching.
Absolutely. So head to the website if you want to know a little bit more about that, or you can find us in the DMs and know some more information. Got something exciting coming up in the works, about 3 weeks away. So it's something really cool kind of we'll be dropping, but we'll let you know on the podcast, but it's coming really soon. If you want to know early, let us know. Maybe we'll get you on the list sooner.
Pre-sign up.
Pre-launch sign up. That's all. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time.